Osukwini la izolo sikhulumile ngokuboshwa kaFadil Adams eboshwa iPKTT emveni kokuba kuphuma istatement esithi iPKTT iyamfuna ine-J50 warrant of arrest akaye kunoma yipi police station eseduze naye. Ngabona futhi ivideo yakhe ethi yena uzoya epolice station ngolwesithathu akeze ukuya ngalolu suku abamfuna ngalobona yena uzoya ngolwesithathu. Okutheke makuyoshona ilanga sambona ngempela ukuthi sebemtholile abe-PKTT bahamba naye, okwenza ukuthi namhlanje angaveli enkantolo ngoba basendleleni. Bathe it's about 20 hours drive ukusuka eCape Town uye eThekwini. Ngakho nje bahamba naye phansi, abazange bafly, bahamba naye phansi baphikelele eKZN la baphikelele khona. Ngakho-ke uzovela enkantolo kusasa ngolwesine ngoba kufanele bafike namhlanje. Ekusukeni kwakhe eCape Town eya eKZN eyohlangana nale nkabi okuyiyona eyadubula uSindiso Magaqa, wafika lapha wathi wenza umsebenzi we-portfolio committee as a member of parliament, ingakho bamvumela ukuthi akangene ejele. Waze wathathwa ngisho nayo imoto zamaphoyisa kanye nezemetro ezazim-escortile eya lapha ngoba ethi wenza umsebenzi we-portfolio committee. Izolo-ke SABC ixhumane no-Ian Cameron, chairperson we-portfolio committee on police, ukuqinisekisa ukuthi ngabe lento ayisho iyiqiniso na, kodwa ngabe angenza ubulungiswa uma ngingaqali ngokufaka uGeneral Mkhwanazi achaza ukuthi icase ka-Adams isukaphi kahle kahle, kungani bemcharger, bese-ke siya-ke ku-chairperson Ian Cameron asichazele ukuthi ngabe lolu hambo luka-Adams njenge-portfolio committee bawuhamba balwaziyo na.
I'm not at crime intelligence, so I'd rather not talk about.
But you know things.
Yes, I do, but I can't talk about the
you're quite
operations of
jealous. Okay.
intelligence.
And then you said he got blue lights. Who from who?
I think there was an abuse of resources at the time by the member, which was facilitated by a police officer for that matter, for him to land in Durban.
Who was the police officer? Do you
A
know?
cousin of Robert McBride, who is a police officer in KZN, who arranged with Mr. McBride to be picked up by Metro Police from the airport and driven on blue light.
Metro Police.
And driven on blue light into the prison. And he arrives there, he signed as a member of parliament. The prison believes that he's on an official duties and he leaves with blue lights back again to the airport.
So how can we get confirmation about this besides you telling us this?
I have it in black and white. I have statements, I have entry into the prison, I have statements of the members that drove him.
Okay, we know that he went there because that's not disputed. I'm talking about the blue lights.
There's statements on that already.
Sworn
There's
statement.
a criminal case open against Mr. Adams. Because honorable chair members, and again, what became known, what made Mary House and many people start making noise, including Honorable Adams, about PKTT and the case of Sindiso Magaqa. The obsession with General Khumalo and wanting to manipulate that everything is about General Khumalo, that blinded them. Khumalo arrested the criminals that killed Magaqa, that planned and organized and killed Magaqa. He arrested them. Khumalo discovered that the resources that were used came from crime intelligence. A parallel investigation is running for that purpose. But Khumalo is blamed for the death of Magaqa. So because their members are trying to drive a different narrative. So, and then the member of parliament, Mr. Adams, doesn't pause to analyze this. Had he done that, he was going to get the facts and be able to realize that I'm now interfering with the police operation by going to this criminal that is convicted and getting some statements and trying to paint a different picture. So these are just but one example of many of those instances.
So just on the blue lights again, you said that you've got a sworn statement.
That's correct.
So is there anything else? Because Lieutenant General, the number of sworn statements we have here with one person saying the sky was blue on Sunday and another one saying it was orange on Sunday at 12 o'clock. It's going to blow our heads off when we go into deliberations. So is there anything else that we can access or you have access to?
Well, these statements I'm talking about are part of the criminal investigation. So I won't be able to bring it here. They're in a docket, but I was briefed about it.
Njengoba kubeka kwacaca uGeneral Mkhwanazi ukuthi there's criminal investigations against uFadil Adams. Ngakho ke nale statement akayishoyo uthi zipart yedocket. Zipart yedocket ingakho bengazange baziphathe eParliament kodwa engenankinga okukhuluma ngakho ukuthi ngalesa sikhathi njengoba bebesa investigator bekungelula ukuthi ngathatha le information ayilethe eParliament kodwa uDabula Zwanjo bethi unawo wonke ama-entry la afika abhalisa khona uFadel Adams mayefika epolice station wabhala ukuthi uyi-member of parliament. Lusuka lapho kahle kahle lolu daba. I-SABC senzela ubulungiswa-ke yakhuluma no-Ian Cameron chairperson ngoba ayikho into engenziwa ama-member e-portfolio committee on police uchairperson engayazi ayikho ngoba basebenza bonke kwi-committee funa mabeya ku-oversight ebe nolwazi ukuthi kwenziwani.
First of all, I think let me start with the latter. It is very worrying. I need to confirm as well that I heard previously that he had claimed that he had gone to the Westville prison in his official capacity as a member of the Police Portfolio Committee. And that is wrong. He was not mandated to go to the Westville prison as a member of the Police Portfolio Committee. And to add to that, the Police Portfolio Committee members, including myself, are not investigators that can go and question people or, for that matter, do specific, oversight regarding correctional facilities. Our mandate is to focus on the South African Police Service and the institutions around it. So it's very worrying. It also means that there's a breach of trust. Let's call it a breach of trust for now, with regards to his continued being a member of the Police Portfolio Committee and potentially to the gang violence inquiry that is coming up. It is difficult to see how we can build a future relationship that's meant to be founded on trust in these committees.
And based on those, assertions, Ian, because we did hear earlier on from Brigadier Glenda Mati from the police force, because police service, I beg your pardon, given the fact that he is facing 2 charges, one of which is fraud. So I would imagine this could be linked to that, to him having misrepresented himself then to be taking the position of Parliament when he went to visit that accused. But be that as it may, you speak about a number of concerns. So what immediate steps then should Parliament take? I mean, should Adams be suspended from committee work, particularly given to his role in police oversight?
Well, I think, the Speaker would need to give guidance on that specifically. I'm aware that there are several parties at the moment that have already written to the Speaker, or so I hear. I haven't seen any thing that was written so far. I can tell you from my side, as the chair of the Police Committee, I'm not comfortable with him serving on the committee any longer. I think there's a direct conflict of interest. And unfortunately, Mr. Adams has previously really disrupted the committee quite a bit. Now, I don't want to get into a mudslinging contest with him, but it's become increasingly difficult to have any kind of constructive meeting with Mr. Adams when it comes to the Police Portfolio Committee. And therefore, I think, this process needs to take its course. Everyone is equal before the law. And I think once he's appeared in court, within the next 24 to 48 hours, we should have some more guidance as to how Parliament will approach.
Balekile akushoyo nje Ian Cameron ukuthi waziyela yena lapha akayanga ngoba waye oversight visit. Akayanga ngoba ehambela i-portfolio committee or mandated by i-portfolio committee ukuthi akaye eWestville. Okwesibili, njenge portfolio committee aba-investigate azikho i-statement abazithathayo ngakho ke bona benze oversight ukubheka ukuthi imisebenzi yalaba abafuna abayenze bayenza kahle na, iyona umsebenzi wabo lo. Ave kubalekile ukuthi lezi zinto sizikhulume siziqonde, yingakho ngithi SABC senzela ubulungiswa uma ixhumana no-Ian Cameron ukuthi ndoda qinisekisa ngabe ngempela wahamba lapha ya ngoba ethunywe i-portfolio committee na, njengoba echaza ku-Ian Cameron ukuthi hayi wazihambela yena uFadel Adams ey'nsukwini ezedlule ukhulume kanje.
So where we're at right here, the PKTT alleged that there's a warrant for me. We say, okay, cool. They said this in a letter yet. My attorney goes to consult with the team leader, some colonel, I refuse to remember her name. She will not produce the warrant. She will not show my attorney the warrant. Like, these people are a literal law upon themselves. No, he must hand himself over. My attorney says, no, I want to see the warrant. No, he must hand himself over. So, I'm confused. I'll tell you why I'm confused. We sent an email 3 weeks ago in anticipation of this. You see, because I'm smarter than the rest of them. We sent an email to the Minister Kachalia, to General Masimola and General Mkwanazi. Now, I'm assuming that Masimola is going to be suspended, but you know what? He's the National Commissioner. Let's show due respect. And we say, we are reliably informed that the PKTT is planning to arrest me. I'm happy to comply. We don't want guns in the house. We don't want my children getting moved by you people. Once you have the warrant, tell us where to come. I'll hand myself over. They ignore this. They send 30% of their goon squad, 30% of their 48-member squad to arrest one man. And they do all this without showing a warrant. In the process, they traumatize an entire family. So, Mkwanazi, you either believe that I have superpowers, that you have to send 15 riflemen, or you were trying to make a statement. Or, if your people don't have a warrant, then this is a planned kidnapping. Now, I know exactly why you want me in KZN. You want me in KZN so you can soften me up. Isn't that how this game works? Isn't this how you, our policemen, you apartheid trained combatants work? Where you fetch people who offer resistance in the middle of the night, lock them up, throw them wet. I'm asking, kick them in the moor, waterboard them. Is this what's supposed to happen? Because you know the sunrise to sunset clause in a warrant. A judge signs a warrant. From sunrise to sunset, you're not legally allowed to arrest someone with a warrant in the middle of the night, much less 4 o'clock in the morning. And you planned it for Sunday, dear PKTT. I mean, for Saturday morning. So in ander woorde, hy sal Saterdag lê, hy sal Sondag lê. They will process him on Monday morning in Cape Town and then they'll take him to KZN. So I'd probably only see a judge around about Thursday. Very smartly planned. Very smart. Unfortunately, people are cuck stupid and you hit the wrong house. You didn't do your surveillance. You didn't ask the right questions. But you know what? If you had phoned or emailed, I would have said, where must I hand myself over? Because I am a law-abiding citizen. But you didn't. You wanted to make a statement. You needed to discredit me. You needed to discredit the witness in the case against General Khumalo. That's what you needed. But wait, it gets really interesting here. It gets really interesting here. So, General Mkwanazi responds to my email, the one where I say, I'm happy to give myself up. You know when he responds to my email 3 weeks later, after the shit has missed the fan, when they raided the wrong house, he sends an email. He says, I'm not too clued up, more or less, he's quoting very, very loosely, not too clued up about the movements of the PKTT, but I do believe that there is a warrant. This is him in the email. This is an official email from a whole Lieutenant General, a Provincial Commissioner. He says, I believe there's a warrant. You know what? Stop your bullshit, man. I don't know who's ringing the bell, Fatima, but I want to appeal to General Mkwanazi to stop his bullshit. Because for the PKTT, the KZN PKTT, to come and operate here in Cape Town, they would need the sign-off of the Provincial Commissioner. They would need to justify the travel, the expense, and the accommodation. So, General Mkwanazi, you had to know that the PKTT was coming to Cape Town, and you had to know why they were coming to Cape Town. But on your email, you say, you do believe there may be a warrant. The man's distancing himself from the trouble that he knows was coming. You see, this was supposed to be a very simple, very smooth operation. In, grab him, out. And then they missed. Was it the Almighty? Yes, definitely. Was it the stupidity? Yes, definitely. But they missed. Now I want to tell you something really interesting. You see my bra, Lieutenant General Dumisani Kumalo, the head of crime intelligence, the one who's supposed to be suspended but isn't. When I asked the Minister of Police why this man is not suspended, because Ramaphosa had the balls to suspend Fani Masimola the minute he was charged. Kumalo has been charged for what's going on, 7-8 months now. He's still at work. Anyway, I asked the minister, why is this man not suspended? The minister doesn't answer. I don't know what they know. I don't know what these people, I don't know what hold they have over officials, but they don't answer. He's supposed to be suspended. The policy says he's supposed to be suspended, but they don't suspend him. They send him back to work. But the bail conditions are that you, General Dumisani Kumalo, may not interfere with a witness in your criminal matter. What do? You unleash the PKTT on the complainant in your case. Now, if that's not interference, I will ekki my pa se naam hê nie. Picture this. The political killings task team, constitutionally mandated in 2018 by President Cyril Ramaphosa to investigate political killings in KZN, is now charging a member of parliament with fraud and defeating the ends of justice. I don't see the political killing in that charge. I don't understand how you link that to a political killing. But what I do understand is that the head of this unit has been ordered by the Pretoria Magistrate Court not to interfere with the witnesses in his case. But what has he done? He's allowed the PKTT to come and arrest the complainant in his case. Now, I'm waiting to see the docket because this is going to be so much fun. Because I don't know if you don't think I'm supposed to be scared of coming to KZN. I've been to KZN. I plan on going on holiday in winter. Ek is nie bang vir julle nie. En ek is nie bang vir julle kakgedagtes. Ek raak groot met kakgedagtes. But dear Dumisani Kumalo, later this week, I write to the magistrate. No, actually not. We will bring a motion to your magistrate in your case to inform him that we do believe that you have transgressed your bail conditions. And we are going to ask that your bail be revoked. Because it's crystal clear that you don't understand your bail conditions any better than you understand the law. That Mkwanazi doesn't understand that the email that he sent and tried to retract, and he literally tried to retract it because it shows he realized he caught on cut. You people really think you're dealing with a monkey. Do you understand the trauma you put my family through over the last 2 days? Because you won't accept that I laid those charges and I've got the balls to follow through. Because I won't lay down and die like the rest of Parliament because you want me to. Do you know how worried my light is every time Daddy leaves his house? Do you think I'm going to let this slide? I'm going to be as vindictive as you are. I'm going to be as conniving as you are. And there's only going to be one motherfucker breathing. Ek is nie bang vir die pa daar in die selle nie. I want to put this on the record. I'm not afraid. You should be. This is what we play for. This is extra time.
Ian Cameron akasezukuba comfortable noma ngathi uAdams uyaphuma-ke thola ibail ukuthi asebenze naye as a member of parliament. Angeke azabe comfortable because kune conflict of interest. Akasezukuba lapha as a member ngoba une obsession anayo ngo-General Khumalo. Yabona kumanje uthi ukufika kwe-PKTT according to yena it's intimidation, okusho ukuthi ufuna babuyele enkantolo beyothi uKhumalo uphule the bail condition eyathi akufanelanga interfere, asabise okanye intimidate ama-witnesses, ngoba yena uyi-witness ecaleni leli uKhumalo athweswa lona leli aphuma kulo ngebail. Inhloso yakhe bekungukuthi nje ayothe enkantolo uKhumalo uyamhlukumeza. Ngaleso sizathu inkantolo ayibuyekeze isinqumo sayo, uKhumalo abuyele ngaphakathi ejele, amane a-attend icala engaphakathi ejele. Bekuyinhloso yakhe enkulu leyo u-Adams. Angazi ngoba phela amaphoyisa azikhulumele wona ukuthi ane-warrant of arrest. Amaphoyisa azikhulumele wona ukuthi anayo wona i-warrant of arrest. Okwesibili, siyazi ukuthi uKhumalo uyi-project leader ye-PKTT, kodwa usuke ngekho on the ground uma kuyoboshwa umuntu. Manje uzosho kanjani lo muntu uku-intimidate cause akekho on the ground? Uma uzoboshwa kuzobe kufika ama-members, uzobe ngekho yena. Mhlambe yima ungayiqondi kahle lento, ngicela ukuzwa kuwe la ku-comment section. Ngizwe ukuthi wena ubona kanjani ngalokho esikhuluma ngakho. Kodwa ngale kalokho mina nawe sidibane kwivideo la. Bengithi nje asikhulume le ndaba le kaFadil Adams noSindiso Magaqa. Ngiyibambe futhi la ngoba ziningi izinto kahle kahle esingazikhuluma. Ziningi. Uma kuza nje uSindiso Magaqa kuFadil Adams nanokuthi there are so many inconsistencies kwi-statement sakhe. Ushiya into eziningi ezingahlangani. Ngiyakhumbula nje bambuza na umbuzo eParliament akaza uphendula.
Do you have any evidence of the members, the PKT members that were staying at the hotel that you mentioned, that's paying 10,000 Rand instead of 1,000 Rand? Do you have any evidence?
What do you think the oyster box in Mhlanga costs?
I'm asking you, you made an allegation and you said that
It
there are
has been-
PKT members staying. This was at your previous, when you came here and you testified.
It has been confirmed that the PKT stays at either Mhlanga Rocks or the oyster box in KZN.
No.
We
We
call,
can't say, I'm saying specifically, you mentioned the
But you're
hotel
not
that they
letting
are
me talk.
staying.
can I talk?
But you are derailing, Mr. Adams.
No, I'm trying to get to my point, Honorable James. You speak for 5 minutes, you want me to respond in 5 seconds. Can the math, please? Please.
Honorable Adams, you're not going to eat into my time.
But I'm not ending you.
I'm really
You
being very
interrupt-
patient with you.
No,
Honorable
no.
Adams, I put it to you
No,
that
no,
the
no,
last
no. You're
time,
not going to talk to me like I'm Kat Matlala.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
because Fadil Adams go.
Whoa,
Because
whoa,
Fadil
whoa,
Adams
whoa.
go. There's a difference here.
Eh.
There's a difference here. You're not going to go screaming.
Oh.
Because I'm going to.
Oh.
so I'm not sure why you're
Honorable-
so defensive today.
Honorable James and
I'm
Honorable
asking
Adam.
you why, because I'm trying to get
There you
you
go,
a set
screaming
of
again.
questions,
No.
refusing to answer.
Honorable James. Wait,
The only woman that screams at me is the one I sleep with.
Wait.
You should get that out of
Not
my-
screaming at you.
wait.
Ulula kabi lo mbuzo. Unabo ubufakazi na? Do you have evidence ukuthi abalala kuma expensive hotel? Yena kokufuneka athi yes, nabo ubufakazi. Kuphela. Athi nakho babelele la na imali eyacosta ngalabo busuku mangabe mhlambe kwaba inyanga amaviki amabili akhiphe lobo bufakazi. Ya bengikuvezela nje lokho. Ngiyabonga.